paper there just to kind of keep things organized. I appreciate that. Round of applause if you're not from Grand Rapids originally. That sounds about right. We've only recently opened our borders here. Welcome. Listen, I have lived in this town my entire life, all right? I'm going to give you the whole history of Grand Rapids, everything that you have to know, okay? Grand Rapids, we've been around 175 years. We gave up on furniture. We started making beer. Thank God for that. We were the first city in the world to put fluoride in our drinking water. Some of you knew that, others of you forgot because of the fluoride, which is fine. We have some major universities here. We have Calvin University, where $50,000 a year you can get incredibly sexually frustrated. We have Grand Valley State University here. Grand Valley, yeah, make her up, that's right. Make some noise when you hear your backup school, by the way. Grand Valley's a good school. Grand Valley leads the nation in graduating nurses that become realtors. So that's pretty good. Now the future is bright for Grand Rapids. We're building an amphitheater, we're building a soccer stadium, complete with zero parking. That is the Grand Rapids way right there. It's a cool town though, man. Like, there's parts of this town where there's like pride flags up and down the street, communal vegetable gardens, and then you cross the street into another neighborhood, and there's like an unregistered gun rally happening. That's just diversity right there, right? Speaking of Byron Center, no, I never lived or worked at Byron Center. I was born in Wyoming. I never got stabbed one time. I'm pretty proud of that. I lived in Kentwood. If you don't know where Kentwood is, it'll be on the news tonight. Okay. In the 3rd grade, I moved to East Grand Rapids. Are there any other pretentious douchebags here? Just me, I'm the only one right there, thank you. I lived in Granville. Here's what I know about Granville. If you're from Granville, then you probably drag your kids to the same church that your parents dragged you to. And now you give your kids a biblical coloring book and you say, make sure you make the eyes blue. Some of you are like, yeah, Jesus had blue eyes. Go on. I bought my first house in Rockford. Anybody from Rockford? I will skip Rockford. You should skip Rockford too. I lived in Forest Hills. Here's what I know about Forest Hills. If you're legit from Forest Hills, chances are you lost your virginity in the back of a BMW. Okay, it's 8 o'clock at night. There's some 17-year-old right now in Forest Hills, nervous as hell, right? And he's like, hold on, baby, I gotta move my dad's box of Nutrilite and soap out of the way. How would you like to be your own boss, baby? Well, if you're new to Grand Rapids, welcome. If you're from another country, I think that's even better. Anybody here from another country by chance? Woo! Alphonse, we know you're from another country. We appreciate you being here. I know immigration is a hot topic. I'm all in favor of immigration, okay? I'm all in favor of it. And it's been a hot topic for at least 3 years that I've been doing this joke, so here we go. So, if you're not in favor of immigration, then you're in favor of these creepy robots that we're inventing, okay? And these robots aren't coming here with any culture. These robots aren't coming here with recipes from Sus Abuelas. These robots don't know the words to Despacito. And my grandparents immigrated here. My grandparents came here from Ohio. Okay? They saw it, we're getting the hell out of here. Okay? My grandparents lived in Ohio during the Great Depression. How bad can it get? How do you even know if the Great Depression is over if you live in Ohio? You're just looking around like, oh God, Indiana's making fun of us. Let's get the hell out of here. What did I miss? Holland, Michigan. Did you guys see that Nicole Kidman movie about Holland, Michigan? What a terrible movie. Don't go see that movie. We look like idiots. First of all, it's a thriller about Holland, Michigan, a thriller? What's it about? An unseasonably cold tulip time? I don't want to give away the ending, but the murder weapon is a wooden shoe. That is some Dutch racism right there. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome. By the way, don't go to Ohio. You're not missing anything. Don't go to Ohio. If you're trying to picture Ohio in your head, just imagine if Coopersville was an entire state. On that perfect analogy, that's my time. Thanks for coming, guys.
Sunday Night Funnies, having fun? Woo! Okay, one more time. We having fun? Yeah, let's get a whole lot better, but we'll take it. It's good to see you guys. We're having a good night. The Lions won. Yeah, I'm from Chicago. We didn't win. But that's not surprising. Watching a Bears game is kind of like watching a kid on crutches start a fight. You know it's going to end badly, but you can't help but watch. So my day job, I am actually a counselor. I'm a licensed psychotherapist. I love my job. My job is amazing. And I love it to this day when people still try to stigmatize mental health. They will say some incredibly stupid shit, like, it's not that big a deal, it's all in your head. Duh. This is where it comes from. Thank you. This is where my psychological stuff comes from, up in my noggin. But that'd be kind of like, your heart doctor saying, it's not that big a deal, it's just all in your chest. Thanks, Doc. That'll be $50,000. Or more, my favorite one would be, that erectile dysfunction problem? Yeah, that one's all in your hand. You did that one to yourself, buddy. You banged the bishop too much. He's tuckered out now, so we're done. I'm from Muskegon right now. I moved to Muskegon from Chicago because of the violence. It's hard to find a city with good drive-by shooting, so I feel right at home in Muskegon. It's great. I am actually thinking about moving my counseling practice over here, though, to Grand Rapids, because I found out you guys have a place called Gaslight Village. I thought that'd be a great place to do counseling, man. Just sit there and do gaslight counseling all night. Like, hey, it really is your fault. I think that could be a huge success. Huge success. Everybody like their job? You guys liking your jobs right now? Yeah, right. If you need to make a change, if you need a new career, just want to try something different, maybe something easier, remember, there are people who get paid to add subtitles to porn. You will never have an easier job than that, buddy. How do you even try? Like, and I don't know if they realize it from the porn perspective, the producer's perspective, but we're not watching porn for the dialogue. I really don't think there's a guy who's going to be like thrown off in his rhythm. Hey, there's a typo. I don't think it's going to happen. So if you want an easier job, that's the one to go for. Yeah. I actually kind of gave up watching porn, to be honest with you. It's really aggressive. It's really kind of violent. There's a lot of slapping. There's a lot of yelling. It's like high school lunchroom all over again. And I don't want any part of that. So I think if we're going to have a sexual fantasy that we see played out for others, I want it to be uplifting and positive, Like, why can't the Hallmark Channel make porn? Wouldn't that be great? It's like, flannel and hot cocoa and orgasms. It would go so well, And if you ever see the movie names on the Hallmark Channel, they don't even need to change. It's a lateral shift. The Hallmark Channel has made movies like Mail Order Bride, The Nanny Express, Growing the Big One. I kid you not, that is a Hallmark movie. It's all porn, it's all good. If you need to make a change, I recommend that one. Yeah, living in West Michigan, man, from Chicago, that's a trip. The driving here is a mess. I miss Chicago driving, I really do. I miss Chicago. Everybody's insane in Chicago. It makes sense to me. I live in constant fear in West Michigan that 4 people are going to get to an intersection and die of starvation. Go ahead. No, you're fine. No, go ahead. Send food! Go ahead. Damn it. Forever. It's terrible. Jim, you were talking about the movie Holland. I actually watched it, man. That movie is scary as hell. I didn't realize it was a documentary, man. It's about a family trying to find parking during, tulip time. Violence ensues. It's my spot, Karen. Okay. They're gonna call a sequel Grand Haven, Post-Car Festival, here we go. Could be awesome. Oh man, I realize I'm getting older though too, because I'm in that Gen X phase. We're not quite boomers, but we're getting there. Like the signs are starting to show. We start saying things that make no sense. Like walked into the coffee shop, get my normal blast of caffeine in the morning. The barista, I just ordered black coffee. It's straight up black coffee. And she's like, "Do you want it hot?" At my age, of course I want it hot. Like I want ugly coffee. Thank you very much. Okay, it was a dad joke, I understand. She didn't find it funny either, but then I followed up with, I want my coffee so hot it has an OnlyFans page. She gave me a link, so I don't know what that is. I realize I'm starting to do like that weird old man stuff, and I'm like having a conversation in the shower with my shower, going, well, you make me wet. It seemed to fit, my daughter is a senior, she's beautiful. It's terrifying. No, don't do that. It's terrifying, man. I don't want to kill any young people yet, but it's starting to happen. Because she joined a cult. No, not cheerleading. Worse, marching band. That's a cult, bro. It really is. I mean, they all wear the same outfit, and they march around following a leader. They do fundraising. Obviously, that's a cult. And I'm there because I'm a supportive dad, and she's a flautist, and she's flouting beautifully, and I'm there cheering. You're not supposed to cheer, actually. And I look down the percussion section, and there's this teenage boy in the percussion section. He's playing the jingle bells. I didn't know you played the jingle bells. I thought you jingled them. Oh no, this is how you play the jingle bells. This kid had perfect form. I'm like, man, that's the greatest use of a teenager's natural skill set that I've ever seen in my life. The director never had to do the thing to get him to be quiet. He just yelled, "Hey, it's your mom!" It's probably predictable that towards the end of the song he sped up, but that's okay. When it was over, he just put it in a little baggie, took it home with him. He was happy. It was great. So she did get out though. She got out of marching band and joined theater. So I guess she came out as a thespian. But hey, it works for her. It's good. As an old man, I do the whole thing where I sit on my back porch a lot. And I started to realize something pretty impressive. There's a race war that is happening in my backyard. See, the majority population in my neighborhood are gray squirrels. And the last couple of months, black squirrels have been moving in. I don't know who started it, but the gray squirrels and the black squirrels are beefing with each other, trying to get the good spots by the bird feeder. And violence has ensued. Then some brown squirrels from the neighbor's yard started coming over the fence, causing the gray squirrels and the black squirrels to unite and repel the brown squirrel incursion. Yeah, it's intense. And I realize that this race war is happening. I'm just sitting there watching it take place. I'm not trying to help. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just telling you people about it. So it makes me Fox News. Anyway, guys, thanks for having some fun tonight. My name is Matt Sharp. You can follow me Stand Up Very Live. Thanks for having fun.
All right, here we are. Another sold-out crowd, all 10,000 of us. Yes. First off, this wonderful couple over here, I'd like to apologize. I walked in, and I made Matt's whole stereotypical assumption about you. I walked in, I saw the two biggest guys in here, and I had you guys pegged for like ex-football players. So I'd just like to say, I was halfway. All right. No, I had a pretty good weekend. I had kind of a weird weekend. My wife, she decided she wanted to surprise me this weekend, and she got Botox and did not tell me she was getting Botox. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone day one of getting Botox, but she walked in the door and I was like, "Ooh, babe, you've got full lips." She walked in and I was like, "Ooh, babe, you need an EpiPen." So did you drive home wearing a helmet full of bees? What the hell is going on? It's shellfish. I was like, you look ill. What is happening? She's like, no, I got Botox. Like, what do you think? I was like, I think you look like a cartoon of a fat Eskimo. That's what I think. Like, what I'm worried about is she wants to get more, you know? And I'm worried she's gonna get like addicted to it. You know, people, they get Botox, they get plastic surgery, you know, they keep going, and then all of a sudden, somehow, like, they all end up looking like a house cat, you know? It's weird. It's like, ladies, I get it. Like, your entire lives you've heard that dudes are obsessed with pussy, but you misunderstood completely, you know? Like, our MO is not to fuck a Thundercat. That's not what we're really looking to do. All right, just shut me out. Okay, cool. It's weird though, you know, like I've never, like, we would be attracted to, like, cat people. It's like, I've never watched Beauty and the Beast and got hard when I saw the Beast. That was hard when they abducted the girl and beat the shit out of her dad. I will say though that me and my wife, we were together for 13 years before we got married, and about year 12, her dad finally was like, you know, when are you gonna make an honest woman out of her? And I didn't really know what to say to him, so I was like, I didn't try waterboarding, man, I don't know. When we first got together though, I didn't think that I wanted to have kids, and then we had 2, and I was right. You know what's weird? Is I don't know, I'm not a smart man, okay? So when we had our first kid, I always thought that afterbirth was kind of like postpartum depression, you know? I didn't realize it was something that was delivered. So when we're in there, my son comes out, and the doctor keeps saying, push, push. I'm like, holy shit, we're having twins, you know? The first one's a boy, and the second one is a set of bagpipes. What the fuck is that? It's like, this is the craziest way to find out you slept with the dude from AC/DC. Like, after she had our first kid, you know, she was kind of worried about me seeing her naked. She'd cover up all the time, you know. I was like, what are you embarrassed about? She's like, well, I've had children, you know. Some things might have changed, and you might not like how it looks. I was like, listen, I was in the room. Things definitely changed. But it's like driving down the highway when you see an accident, you know? No matter how bad the devastation, I'm not taking my eyes off of it. You know, I always thought it was crazy that she thought that I would like leave her because she had kids. You know, that never made any sense to me. Like, let me put it this way, like, if you stuffed a turkey into a toaster, it's gonna fuck up that toaster. But a few weeks go by, you put your bread in there, and it still works, that's a good toaster. I'm gonna keep that fucking toaster. We've only gotten into one big argument, one big fight. When we first got together, I had a dog, she had a dog, and then we ended up getting a dog together. That was 13 years ago. Now all 3 of those dogs have passed, which is why I'm here to talk about fentanyl awareness. I'm bad batch of street people, you don't know. We got into an argument. The last dog got sick. We had to put him down. And we were fighting because I wanted to bury the dog, and she wanted to cremate him. Because she saw some TikTok video of someone that had this little charm necklace where you could put their ashes in. You know, like it was refurbished jewelry from the 80s where they used to hold coke. It's like, what do you think, you're going to have a bad day and do a bump of border collie and it's going to fucking bring everything together? Like, what are you talking about? But we went back and forth, argued, you know. And then finally we just decided, you know what, we're going to take care of this the traditional way. So, Viking funeral. Don't know what a Viking funeral is in here? You're from Germany. You're close. You gotta know what a Viking funeral is. Yeah, you take them, you put them on a little raft, push them into the water, and then we just stood there shooting Roman candles at them, you know, to the flames of the heavens. You can hear the fleas screaming as they jumped into the water. I know. It was a weird day at the community pool. Anyway, I get a lot of people that think I look like a police officer, think I look like a cop, I have a stern look. I realized that. And actually, when I was younger, I did want to become a cop. I ended up going on a bunch of ride-alongs. And the only reason I didn't become a police officer after all those ride-alongs is that none of those were voluntary. I got enough dash cam footage of being arrested that I could put together a highlight reel. You know, it's not. You know, I will say that I learned my lesson from getting a DUI the same way I learned my lesson from getting chlamydia. 3rd time's a charm. Eventually, I had to get a breathalyzer on my car. Of course, that is when they make it, so they have to start a vehicle with a kazoo. When I got the breathalyzer, I took it very serious. I took a step back, I looked at everything that I'd done, and I knew it was just a point in my life, even though I really didn't want to do this time, I absolutely had to get the second car. Now, listen, it's very difficult. If you're out drinking all night long and you have a breathalyzer in your car, your friends get real tired when you keep asking them to blow you home, I will say, I don't think I want to take all the blame for it. Alcoholism, that is genetic. I know that is true because my mom has a beer gut. And she also makes bad decisions. On her 67th birthday, she decided that beer gut needed a belly button piercing. Yeah, we didn't know this until she showed up at the restaurant for her birthday dinner. So here she comes in, proud of this new trailer park engagement ring, and she's wearing like a black lace, like see-through blouse, right? And it's tight over her tummy, so it looks like someone threw out a fishing net and caught a ham with an earring stuck in it. I was like, my God, I don't know. The first time that I ever came home drunk, I was like 15. I came home drunk. My idea was, all right, I'm going to walk in the door, I'm going to go right to my bedroom so I don't see anyone. That was also the first night that my mom ever fell off the wagon. She was in the kitchen getting drunk. Her idea, when she heard me, was I'll go to my bedroom before anyone sees me. And then we met in the hallway and we locked eyes. And I was drunk and started to sway. But she was drunk. And she started to sway with me as her eyes were locked. It was like I was at a middle school dance with my mom. It was like two cobras trying to hypnotize each other at the same time. But in the middle of the night, I ended up getting the spins, got sick, In the morning, went to the kitchen. I was like, Mom, I'm pretty sure the dog threw up in my clothes hamper. She's like, well, he took a shit in mine, so. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys. Give it up.
You guys watched the Diddy trial? Yeah, we're done with segues. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just fucking throwing this shit at the wall. Diddy trial. Anybody? Who knows who Diddy is? Round of applause. I don't know where I'm at. This is Wyoming's weird. But I like you guys. I like you guys. You guys are something. No, the Diddy trial was weird because, one, he got away with this shit, which is crazy. But the weirdest part about it was when the judge was there was some detail that one time Cassie, Diddy, and the escort were all in the same room. The escort ejaculates onto Cassie, right? And then once they were done, Diddy brought Cassie into another room and wiped the ejaculate off of her and started rubbing it on himself. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, Diddy, that's a different type of baby oil. For real. I'm like, that's not from Johnson & Johnson. That's from Johnson's Johnson. Nothing white table? I'm glad y'all ain't at every show. I might have stopped this shit a long time ago if you guys were at every show. Thank you, brother. Shit. Who wants to be cremated in here, for real? Got some weird, fire asphyxiation or some shit there. I like it. I was at my girl's house one time, and I came over and I saw that she had this urn on the table, right in the middle of her coffee table, and I was like, who is that? And she's like, oh, that's my dog Phoenix. And I was like, that's wild, because every time I used to come over, they would never let Phoenix on the furniture. Now he's sitting right in the middle of the coffee table. And I was like, damn, that's one Phoenix that won't be rising from the ashes. Yeah, that girl dumped me. That girl dumped me. Wait, did I get a boo? Or am I being haunted? I don't know. I don't think it is getting close to October. this has been fun. No light yet. All right, we'll keep going. What's up back there? You guys got like some weird threesome going on, or? No. Who's the one dating? Where's the third wheeler? Who's the couple? Who's the? Like, this guy's trying to think of an answer. He's like, what's that? Me and the guy are together. Oops, what?
It's 3 white.
3 whites? You say it's a 3 white? All right, that's a new term, a 3 white. I went out with my 2 friends. We had a 3 white and a 3-way. Like, who's having fun? All right, okay. Just burning this bitch down. I like that. You guys are gonna tell tales of my legend from here to like Lansing. I don't know. I drove through Lansing. It's the only other place I saw that made sense to say. Yeah. I recently got into a house because I had to move in with my more successful girl. And being an apartment dude sucked, man. Living in an apartment sucked balls. Because, no disrespect, because my neighbor above me was an absolute dickhead, and he used to march through my apartment from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., high on drugs, making all types of noise, you know? Thank you. So when, I finally cracked it. Me getting the light was the answer. All right, I like that. I just got the back after the set. So no, he was marching through his apartment from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., you know, making all types of noise, keeping me up and shit. So when my neighbor was like, you don't sound too upset that he died, I had to tell her, I'm like, I'm not upset that he died, because now we both get to rest in peace.
I thought it was okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I felt like it was okay to say. And usually someone gets mad, or like this one time this dude got so mad at me, he wanted to fight me after the show. He came up to me, he's like, man, you pissed the wrong dude off today, because I'm a 12th degree black belt. Yeah, I didn't want him to know I was like rattled by that, so I threw it right back out, and I was like, oh hell no, you're the one that fucked up, because I'm a 1st degree murderer. All right, that's my time. My name is Billy Scratch.